In the absence of Chair Gabby Torres, I'm calling this meeting of the Ventura County Community College District Board of Trustees to order before we go into closed session. I am happy to report that this afternoon at about 3:30, Trustee Torres did contact me via phone and assured me that she is doing much better and wanted me to pass along her appreciation for thoughts and prayers that she had felt and had received phone calls and so forth. And she would have wanted to be here this evening, but she is working to be here next in November for our next meeting as she continues to recuperate. So with that, we have our ground rules and vision for our meeting, and I did want to share a few of those items with my fellow board members as well as with the public. And those ground rules were established, I believe, in 2020, and they are part of kind of stipulations, protocols as to how we are to conduct business. And so I wanted to share a few of the items, if I may, just for a moment. Those ground rules include the manner in which the board operates internally and how it engages with the chancellor, the other college communities, and the public impacts its effectiveness. So I think it's important for us as board members to remember that our internal operation and how we engage with others does impact our effectiveness. Trustees and the chancellors always act in good faith and on behalf of the district. It's really important for us to enter into quality and honest, focused, respectful, and patient debate. I believe that debate and conversation is the cornerstone of what makes us great. And so I always welcome that as long as we're respectful, which I think as a board, that is our typical protocol, and that's typically how we do engage. Our decisions are always based on sufficient, relevant data and other sources of information, reliable sources of information. It's also one of our ground rules and board protocols. And that's where the board, working directly with staff, getting the information that we need prior to the meeting, is so very important. Trustees, we're going to avoid backtracking. So once we've dealt with an issue, we're going to move on and continue on with the next business. And then trustees hold each other accountable as we move through not only the agenda, but through our day-to-day work. And so with that, I would ask if there are any agenda items that are to be pulled from the consent calendar. Okay, then I'll ask. Any items to be pulled, trustee?
We're going to do that after closed session.
Yeah, I think I thought what I heard was we're going to do it before, but would leave the option open for after as well. And again, I just want to reiterate that I think that when we're asking staff to pull information, I think it's good for them to be able to do research, maybe during our closed session meeting, so that they can get us the best answer possible. So any items to be pulled from any of our trustees? I have items that you had questions about. Not sure if any of those.
Vice Chair Lichtel.
Yes, sir.
I have 6.8.1.
Repeat that.
6.8.1.
Okay.
9.2. 13.1.
13.1.
That concludes my polling of the consent calendar.
Thank you, sir. 6.8.1. Okay, I see that. 681. 9.2, I see that. And 13.1. 9.2, 13.1. Okay. Trustee Pachowski, are you prepared now? 13.3. So Trustee Pachowski pulls would like to pull 13.3. And I will repeat all of those items that are being pulled as of now, and reserving the right to pull things when we open up the regular session. 6.81, 6.8.1, 9.2, 13.1 were pulled by Trustee Chancer. 13.3 was pulled by Trustee Pachowski. Any other items? Okay. We have several public speaker cards. We had one that was in writing prior to the meeting that board members have had the opportunity to read. If not, that was provided for you. These individuals did not indicate whether they want to speak now before our closed session meeting or if they want to speak later on. I see a lot of heads shaking like this saying, yes, please now, because they don't want to be around at 11 o'clock at night. I get it. All right, so we're going to start with Kenya Galdames, followed by Scott Brewer, and then Erica Ruiz. So please introduce yourself and you'll have 3 minutes. It's at the top. There's a little button that's on off. If you pull it towards you, it turns on. And then you got to kind of hug the mic for us to hear you.
Okay.
Perfect. That's
that works.
beautiful.
Okay. Good evening, Chancellor and trustees. My name is Kenya Galdames, Ventura College Counselor. I am here to speak about the crisis we have been experiencing at Ventura College. For too long, a small yet vocal group on campus has used narratives to create a culture of bullying and division, and also to demoralize and drive out leaders, leaving our campus in a state of perpetual instability. The consequences are devastating and are impacting our students directly. For years, I, like many, respected a few actors of authority and believe the constant damaging rhetoric aimed at our administrators. Now, 10 years into my time here, I see the pattern for what it is: a cycle of fabricated complaints designed to remove anyone in a position of higher authority than them. In my short time at VC, we have cycled through 9 deans and 6 VPs in our division and 6 presidents. Most recently, our former president, Claudia Larita Habib, resigned from a position paying roughly $300,000. What a loss for us to lose a leader who taught compassion and kindness, something that we really lack at our campus. This is not because Ventura College is incompetent at hiring. It is because a contaminated, pervasive culture exists, purely to push out leaders, wasting millions in taxpayers' dollars that should be going directly to our students. We hear the same destructive rhetoric for years. They are dumb, they won't last, we'll make sure that they are out of here. Every single change in leadership hurts our employees and students alike. Our most vulnerable, marginalized students are hit hardest by the constant disruption and lack of continuity in services. Counselors in some departments are leaving at an alarming rate, undermining the very programs meant to serve our students. At the recent coffee with the chancellor, faculty spoke out about the culture of fear and retaliation many of us feel. The problem is real and we must not normalize it. This bullying manifesting as ageism, condescension, and patronizing behavior towards younger professionals must stop. It is unacceptable behavior. Let's not let another leader leave with an evaluation stating, "You won't last here for too long, LOL." We are asking the district and trustees to listen to us, diversify your sources of information, ask critical questions about why this pattern persists. The crisis is not just about leadership turnover, it's about a fundamental misuse of our precious time, resources, and finances. Let's act decisively to stop the bullying, protect our employees and students, and let's create a stable, safe environment for our students and staff. Let's use our finances, time, and efforts to create healthy, consistent services that benefit our students' priorities. Together, we can build a positive environment. It is time to walk the talk, to fight for what is right, and spread love instead of hate. Our students need us to act now, and let's ponder on this. I am not afraid of the evil done, but the indifference of the good people. Thanks.
Thank you, Kenya. Next, we have Scott Brewer.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Brewer. I am a counselor and faculty member at Ventura College. I want to start by thanking Dr. Claudia Larita Habib for her service to Ventura College. I found her to be passionate, student-centered, and a visionary. Her abrupt resignation is a painful loss to our college. In my 10 years at VC, I have experienced 6 presidents, 6 vice presidents, and 9 deans. Every change disrupts momentum, drains morale, and delays progress. By contrast, I spent 20 years at Santa Barbara City College. During most of that time, I served under 1 president, 1 vice president, and 1 dean. Stability builds trust and it builds continuity. And we can do great things when we have that stability. During that time, Santa Barbara City College was awarded the best community college in the nation by the Aspen Institute, and that's no coincidence. Stability matters. This isn't just about morale or effectiveness, it's also about money. Each leadership search costs around $100,000. Add onboarding, transitions, and legal settlements when departures are contentious, and you can add tens to hundreds of thousands more, even millions of dollars over time. That's money that should go directly to our students, not to a churn of administrators. This turnover is not inevitable. It's fueled by a small but persistent group who wear down administrators and colleagues with baseless claims, grievances, and personal attacks. This creates fear, distraction, and exhaustion. It drives away good people, it erodes trust, and it ultimately hurts our students. Most of my wonderful colleagues at Ventura College, staff, faculty, and administrators want to work collaboratively, but we need the district and the board's help. We need clear policies to protect everyone and hold bullies accountable. We need real support for our new leaders, mentorship, coaching, check-ins, and we need to invest in a culture of kindness and collaboration so toxic behavior no longer drives people away. Dr. Martin Luther King often talked about the silence of the good people being more of a barrier to success than the bad actions of a few. So I ask you, the good people of the Board of Trustees, how long will you stay silent while this toxic turnstile keeps spinning, fueled by the bad faith actions of a few at the expense of our students? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brewer. Next, we have Erica Ruiz, followed by Vivian Tejada.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Should I wait for the clock to end?
Yeah, you need a fresh clock. There you go.
Hello, my name is Erica Ruiz, and I'm a Ventura College academic counselor. As someone deeply committed to serving students, I feel compelled to express both my disappointment and frustration regarding the abrupt departure of yet another administrator at Ventura College. This is not simply the loss of an individual leader, it is yet another example of a larger systemic issue at the college. It has become painfully clear that the challenge does not lie in the people we hire, but with an entrenched culture of dysfunction and internal sabotage that persists within the institution, one that makes it nearly impossible for leaders to succeed, regardless of their skill or dedication. Unless this reality is confronted, no leadership appointment will produce lasting results. This pattern leaves the college in a perpetual state of instability, without a clear vision and constantly forced to start over. The cost of this instability is enormous, and it is our students who ultimately pay the price. This is reflected in our outcomes. When only 40% of students complete a degree or transfer within 4 years, it is more than a statistic, it is a warning sign, a signal that something within the institution is not working as it should, and our students are the ones bearing the cost. That is why I urge you to act boldly. Do not simply move forward with another search and hope for different results. Instead, I urge the district to invest in change, bring in an organizational psychologist to conduct a thorough, independent assessment of Ventura College's internal culture, identify the barriers, political, structural, and interpersonal, that are driving away leadership and crippling progress, then commit to addressing them. The Chancellor and this Board of Trustees have both authority and the responsibility to break this cycle. The question is whether it will choose to act or allow yet another resignation to fade into routine. Our students deserve better. Our classified professionals deserve better. Faculty deserves better. Ventura College deserves better. Now is the time for action. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Next, we have Vivian Tejada, followed by Marisol Hernandez.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vivian Tejada, and I am a classified professional working at Ventura College. I speak to you today with gratitude, but also with deep concern for the future of our college community. The foundation of trust, morale, and ethical leadership is being tested, where bullying, leadership instability, and fear are no longer isolated issues. Rather, they are symptoms of a much deeper problem that must be dealt with at its core. I came to Ventura College after 27 years in corporate America, and I'm grateful for my position here and proud to be part of a college where most of us show up every day with one mission: to serve students and help shape the next generation. But over time, I've watched the passion fade in many good people. not because they stopped caring, but because they've grown weary. Weary from the bullying, the fear, the instability, the manipulation, and the poison that has been allowed to control and divide and take root. When the very systems meant to protect us, like human resources, can no longer be trusted, and with leaders constantly being replaced, how can we build anything lasting? How can we serve students in an environment that pushes out bold, compassionate, and capable leadership? Let's be honest. There's no way in the past decade alone that 9 deans, 6 vice presidents, 6 presidents have cycled through Ventura due to lacking the ability to lead. That is simply not possible. Our most recent president, Dr. Claudia Laredo Habib, brought vision, excitement, and kindness to this campus, and yet she's gone. We must stop and ask why, and deserve to know the truth. Tonight, I'm calling on you to bring an independent third-party investigator to do a full, unbiased review to the toxic patterns, resignation, and character attacks that have gone unchecked for far too long. We need truth, not opinions, not politics, not deals, just truth. The common denominator must be identified, dealt with, and held accountable. Enough is enough. We are not in agreement with the spirit of destruction, and it must go. We also need clear policies to protect employees from harassment, abuse, and retaliation, support systems for new and current leaders to feel safe. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, a house divided amongst itself will not stand. It simply cannot. In 1 Corinthians 10 reminds us, let there be no divisions among you, but be perfectly united in mind and thought. Let us walk in integrity. Let us speak truth with grace, and let us build the college community that our students deserve, a place where collaboration, trust, and support are the norm, not the exception. Together, we must mend the cracks, uncover the truth, and build a kind of culture that reflects the best of who we are. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Vivian. Next, we have Marisol Hernandez, followed by Brandon D'Amico.
Good evening. My name is Marisol Hernandez, and I'm a counseling services specialist for the first-year experience at Ventura College. I'm here to address the ongoing challenges related to frequent leadership changes on campus and the resulting impact on the workplace environment. When I began my career at Ventura College, I was provided with the document outlining my permitted duties alongside a highlighted list of tasks I was explicitly prohibited from performing. This list did not align with my official job description. Unfortunately, this discrepancy reflects a broader cultural issue within our institution, where certain unspoken rules seem to prevail. This situation is widely recognized, yet it remains largely unaddressed. Many colleagues may hesitate to speak up due to concerns of retaliation, job security, or the discomfort of confronting difficult truths. While I have personally experienced instances of micromanagement, I can only imagine the pressures faced by our leadership teams. Most recently, our president resigned after just 1 year in the role. Whether she would have been successful remains unknown, as she was not afforded the opportunity to fully demonstrate her potential, similar to several vice presidents and deans of students affairs before her. This pattern prompts us to reflect on where the underlying challenges truly reside. Are we encountering a series of individual leadership mismatches, or is there a systemic issue within VC that leads to the breakdown and departure of capable leaders? Moreover, are we more concerned with how many selfies a president takes over fostering a collaborative environment focused on fulfilling our mission to place students at the center of their learning experience? I believe that if the same energy invested in leadership transitions were directed toward meeting students where they are, our community would benefit greatly. Consistent leadership could enable the development of innovative programming, long-term strategies to better engage and serve our students, rather than being hindered by frequent changes in direction. Several years ago, I reached out to the Chancellor and Human Resources to express similar concerns. At that time, I acknowledged that as the classified woman of color, my voice might be undervalued. Yet here I am again, voicing these concerns in hopes that collectively we can identify the root causes and work together to establish stable, student-centered leadership. Thank you for considering these thoughts as we strive to improve our campus culture and support our community.
Thank you, Marisol, and I assure you that your voice does matter. Next, we have Brandon D'Amico, followed by Lauren Wintermeyer Ramirez.
Good evening, Chancellor, Executive Team, Board of Trustees, colleagues, and members of the public. My name is Brandon D'Amico, and I'm a tenured faculty member in the Counseling Department here at Ventura College. In light of last month's Board of Trustees meeting and the unsubstantiated claims of discrimination based on race, age, against former President Claudia Laredo Habib, I feel compelled to address the broader challenges undermining our college's stability and culture. Ongoing pressures led the president to resign shortly after the meeting. Even more troubling, reports indicate some employees celebrated her departure, a clear sign of cultural dysfunction. This is not new. It reflects a cycle that persisted for over a decade. This instability has caused many valued employees, individuals with advanced credentials, deep dedication, and commitment to Ventura College to transfer departments or resign. Many relocated their families, investing in the community and purchasing homes, only to encounter an unstable work environment. Their departures weaken morale, damage working relationships, and overburden remaining staff with additional responsibilities. Each loss drains institutional knowledge, slows progress, and disrupts key initiatives. We are already experiencing the consequences of unstable leadership. The expired MOU with Ventura Unified School District left 300 students without the college credit they had earned. Tools that counselors rely on, such as college catalog, class schedules, the degree audit system, and other technologies are frequently plagued by errors, network infrastructure problems, and software issues. Many initiatives are delivered late, further disrupting daily work with students and eroding the trust in the core processes. A recent student panel highlighted the impact on students. They described negative first impressions, being passed from department to department without answers, and feeling unwelcome during counseling appointments. Ventura College is home to extraordinary professionals devoted to serving students and the community. To move forward, I respectfully urge District to, number one, conduct an independent review of the true causes of turnover, hold employees accountable for behaviors that erode trust and weaken campus climate. Number three, examine employee evaluations, surveys, and student panels to address systemic issues and improve services. And four, empower stable leadership to support both employees and students. Ventura College deserves stability, respect, and a culture rooted in professionalism, collegiality, and trust. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. I recognize you. Go ahead.
Question for your public comments. What was the MOU you referred to that you said expired? Thank you.
I'd be happy to talk to you about that at any time if you have questions.
Thank you. We'll direct those concerns to the chancellor as a board. I think that's a valid point, and we'll certainly explore that. Lauren Wintermeyer Ramirez.
Thank you. Good evening, Chancellor McLennan and members of the Board of Trustees. My name is Lauren Wintermeyer Ramirez, and I am a proud counseling faculty member at Ventura College. I'm here to share my concerns about the ongoing cultural challenges we face at VC. In the 10 years I've worked at Ventura College, as you've heard from my colleagues here, I've witnessed a mix of permanent and interim leaders come and go, totaling 6 presidents, 6 vice presidents of student affairs, not to mention other VPs, and 9 deans of student services, amongst many other dean positions. While leadership and staffing changes are expected in any organization, this rate of turnover is clearly indicative of a larger problem. We know the cost of hiring new employees is significant in both time and resources. Onboarding new administrators also takes significant effort, and we regularly hear new administrators tell us that they know it'll take at least a year for them to get settled and learn the ins and outs of their new position. Meanwhile, our campus carries on in a constant state of instability because there is no one consistently leading our pirate ship. It is incredibly difficult to embrace the district-wide values which you shared recently, particularly those of trust, integrity, and honesty, when there is a long-standing culture of bullying and intimidation that is well known across our campus, district, and far beyond that goes unchecked. When there is a lack of trust, it is nearly impossible to focus on equity, collaboration, stewardship, excellence, well-being, and ultimately, it is our students who suffer the most when we as a campus community are not functioning at our potential.
conducting employee surveys and focus groups, bringing in an outside organizational psychologist, listening to the concerns of those who are speaking out tonight, and committing to a culture of communication transparency could go a long way in building a new foundation of trust as we once again face a significant change in our campus leadership. I strongly urge you to consider a solutions-based approach to addressing the elephant in the room and support our campus in being the beacon of light it can and ought to be in our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of the board, I want to thank all of our speakers for coming out this evening. And personally, I want you to know that I know it takes a lot of courage to step up and make the comments that you've made. They have been heard, and you have my support fully from the standpoint of continuing to do the work that you're doing at Ventura College. So thank you for that. Seeing no other business at this time, the board will now adjourn to closed session. Sir? The board is reconvening from closed session where no action was taken. At this time, I want to welcome everyone to our meeting and ask all to rise and join us in the pledge to our flag. And I'll ask Dr. Zavas to lead us in tonight's.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Zavas. All right, once again, good evening. We are opening the meeting back up at 6:50 p.m. And Ailu Lichtel is serving as the board chair in the absence of our board chair, Gabby Torres, who I did have the opportunity to speak with this afternoon. And she tells me that she is feeling much better. She had been hospitalized, including ICU. And it seems like she's on the mend. She wanted to be here this evening, but she assures me that she'll be ready to come back for our November meeting. She appreciates the thoughts and kind words that she's received. And with that, we will move on to our next board order of business, which includes the nothing to report out from closed session. We have no public comments, is what I'm told. Though we did receive one public comment prior to our meeting, which board members have had the opportunity to read. Great. With that, we'll move on to 4.1, acknowledgement of new employees, which are listed for us. So we welcome all of those new employees to our district and wish them the very best as they pursue their journey here with our district. Recognition of Ventura County Community College District retirees. Thank you to Guy Campbell and Patricia Wendt as they move on to their next phase of their lives and for their public service here in our district. And there's no special recognitions this evening, so we will enter our Area 5 with our consultation. We'll start with classified Senate presidents, and we'll go alphabetical with Moore Park College leading us off. That would be you.
Alphabetically, do you want District Administrative Center to go first?
That's up to you.
Thank you, Kristen. Okay. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Chancellor McLennan, Student Trustee Ayash, and members of the public. My name is Diana Martin, and I serve as the Classified Senate President for the District Administrative Center. So item 4.1, congratulations to Carrie Brogdon on her promotion to financial analyst. We also welcome Raul Mejia as a community college police officer, and we also congratulate Chief Robert Davidson on his appointment. We look forward to working with you all. Item 13.1, that is the establishment of a marketing role at the DAC. The DAC Classified Senate supports this restructure as a strategic cost-effective staffing adjustment that meets operational need. During the governance process, a persistent issue resurfaced which was questions about the purpose and value of DAC marketing, especially given that each college has its own team. To be clear, DAC marketing is not redundant. It plays a distinct and essential role in supporting the Chancellor's Office, DAC departments, and district-wide initiatives tied directly to Vision 2030, and as well as emergency messaging and communications across all locations. For those seeking clarity on the scope of this work, we point to the monthly institutional effectiveness reports submitted to the board. As this new role is established, we ask that it be seen not in isolation, but as part of a system built on consistency, strategy, and shared stewardship. Item 13.3, we welcome Dr. Josefa Baca, Associate Vice Chancellor of Strategic Partnerships, Enrollment, and Advancement. We look forward to collaborating with her as we expand access and visibility district-wide. Items 15.3 and 15.4. We appreciate the board's commitment to honoring cultural history. These observances matter to our students, our employees, and our communities. That said, we want to express caution around the operational mandates included in the resolutions, specifically requiring how and where recognition must occur. Previous Heritage Month resolutions have avoided this kind of language, which has helped maintain a collaborative boundary between governance and operations and respected the professional expertise of those who are tasked with its implementation. As we move forward, we ask that these efforts remain aligned with the values outlined in our CCVC 2035, which especially highlights collaboration, mutual respect, and trust. Those values are best upheld when decisions are shaped in partnership with the people carrying them out. And finally, item 17.1, which is the layoff and reduction of hours. On behalf of DAC Classified Senate, I want to acknowledge the seriousness of this resolution and the impact it will have on our colleges. While we understand the fiscal reality tied to the expiration of the STEM grant, the affected positions weren't just funded, they were deeply embedded in student support, particularly for students who face the greatest barriers to access and completion. Their loss will be felt in real daily ways. Fewer touch points, less capacity, and one less person students can rely on. We appreciate the district's stated commitment to supporting impacted employees and ensuring full compliance with layoff procedures, including bumping and reemployment rates. As this process unfolds, we ask that leadership continue to center transparency, timely communication, and human dignity, principles that should shape not only the process, but the experience of those going through it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Now we'll move to Moore Park. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Yep. Good evening, district, college, leadership, colleagues from my campuses, guests. My name is Kristen Robinson. I'm the Classified Senate President at Moore Park College. For item 4.1, acknowledgement of new employees, I welcome all new employees to the district, but I would especially like to acknowledge 3 new colleagues who joined Moore Park College in a permanent capacity in September. The first is Benjamin Scotty, Office Assistant for Moore Park College. Ben has been supporting our Veterans Resource Center in this capacity provisionally, off and on, since August of 2019. As a veteran of our armed services himself, Ben has been uniquely qualified to support students as they navigate their GI Bill eligibility, and his specialized guidance to veterans and dependents regarding their educational rights, enrollment procedures for obtaining benefits, and additional support programs has served a crucial sect of our student body population. We also welcome Erica Fife, athletic trainer at Moore Park College. She comes to us with a significant experience as an athletic trainer, having worked for the Masters University and College of the Canyons, among other organizations, before joining our campus. Our athletic trainers work hard to provide injury prevention, emergency care, and rehabilitation for student athletes, ensuring their safety and well-being. We're delighted to have Erica join our team, and that Moore Park College now has 3 full-time athletic trainers, which still seems too few for our 200+ student athletes. But this will help ensure that even more support is made available to these students. Lastly, we also welcomed Kimberly Murdoch, who's a student services assistant for Moore Park College. Kimberly is actually an MC alumna. who is putting her associate degree in social and behavioral sciences to work as she supports our students in academic counseling. Like Ben, she started her work at MC in a temporary capacity, first as a student staff member in 2016 and later as a provisional employee off and on since 2022. And her work also supported the college's two-way texting program, which has been highlighted by a March 2023 Inside Higher Ed article. She also shared that her two kids went through Moore Park College, and so it's great to see. It's a great example of how MC impacts families generationally. For 4.2, recognition of our VCCCD retirees, congratulations to IT support specialist 2 Guy Campbell on his impending retirement from MC at the end of the month after serving Moore Park College since 1989. During his almost 4 decades with our campus, Guy not only provided IT support to colleagues, but he was also a part-time faculty member for several years, teaching beginning computer information system classes. Guy's last day of employment with the district is listed as Friday, October 31st, so we wish him a spectacular retirement. I'm so sorry. 13.3, consent approval ratification of personnel. Moore Park College was sad to lose Dr. Josef Baca as Dean of Student Learning, but we know she is absolutely the right person to take on the role of Associate Vice Chancellor of Strategic Partnerships, Enrollment, and Advancement for the district. Congratulations, Dr. Baca. We look forward to working with you in this new capacity. For items 15.3 and 15.4, resolutions in support of Polish American Heritage Month and Italian American Heritage Month, respectively. I know my colleagues have a lot of maybe thoughts on this, and so I'm just going to jump to the idea that if it's the goal of the trustees to consider to recognize and honor a large swath of our community in the month of October particularly, then I'd like to point out that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which specifically, or with yesterday specifically being Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. According to the American Cancer Society, approximately 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer during their lifetime. The U.S. Census Bureau listed the total number of women in Ventura County is roughly 421,000. That means that approximately 52,000 women, or 12.5% of our county, have or will have breast cancer at some point. A resolution about this October month would pertain to a larger sect of our campus or our county community. Furthermore, resolutions of this nature might present an opportunity to recognize one of our county's largest employers, Amgen, which biomanufactures breast cancer treatment drugs such as Kanjinti and Xgeva. Or perhaps in light of AB 268, which makes Diwali a state holiday, the trustees would like to consider authoring a resolution this October honoring the year's Festival of Lights, which is to be celebrated October 20th, in turn celebrating the approximately 1 million Indian American residents living in California and the roughly 12,000 Ventura County residents who are identified in the 2020 census as Asian Indian. And lastly, for 17.1 resolution 2025-10 layoff and reduction of hours for permanent classified employees, we acknowledge the discontinuance of funding for the HSI MSI grants, which has resulted in the loss of 3 classified positions at Ventura College. We share deep concern for the dedicated professionals affected, as well as for our colleagues at Moore Park and Oxnard, who may also be impacted through enacted bumping rights. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oxnard?
Good evening, Chancellor, Board of Trustees, and guests. I'm Berenice Rodriguez, the Oxnard College Classified Senate President. Consultation with 4.1, the acknowledgement of new employees. We would like to welcome Domingo Vargas, Oxnard College's new grant accountant / administrative assistant. Part of 6.4, Classified Senate President's Classified Senate President's report. In regards to their fundraiser, I would like to thank VC's Classified Senate President, Oscar Rivera, for the boo grant. Myself, along with others that were booed, are very grateful for the thoughtful gesture. 6.7, the College President's Report. I'd like to highlight the 50th celebrations that have already happened at our college. It's been great to be part of such a great celebration and excited for our upcoming celebration events. And 13.3, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Eliseo Gonzalez on his new role at Ventura College and thank him for his work and dedication during his tenure at Oxnard. 16.1, the OC Culinary and Career Education on International Travel for students to Mexico City. We're in full support of the travel request for students as we believe it will be an enriching opportunity for our students. And 17.1, while we understand the loss of funding, we are hopeful that the classified professionals affected are able to find a new place within our district. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ventura College.
Good evening, Chancellor McLennan, members of the Board of Trustees, student trustee, and guests. My name is Oscar Rivera, and I serve as the Classified Senate President at Ventura College. This evening, I will be providing consultation on the following items. 4.1, we are pleased to welcome our new Ventura College colleagues, Amanda Moore, Carly Hedgard, Cielo Bautista, and Princess Valderas. We are excited to have you join our campus community and look forward to connecting with you. 4.2, We extend our heartfelt appreciation to Patty Wendt, DSPS coordinator, for her more than 20 years of a dedicated service to Ventura College and our students. We wish her all the best in her well-earned retirement. 6.6, we would like to congratulate our newest class of recruits who graduated from Ventura College's Academy Training Program on September 25th. We commend their hard work, dedication, and commitment to serving our community, and we wish them continued success in their careers ahead. 13.2. In support to 13.2, Ventura College's Child Development Center is essential to our mission of student success, equity, and community engagement. It provides high-quality, affordable care to student parents that can stay on track academically while offering a hands-on learning lab for child development students guided by dedicated staff. The Career Center strengthens our bond with local families and advances access to inclusion across campus. Its impact is clear: improve retention, persistence, and well-being for students and families who trust us with their children. And lastly, 16.2, in support to Ventura College Biology and Sociology Department's international travel to Loreto, Mexico, we believe this is a great experience for our students led by our amazing faculty. Thank you.
Thank you to our classified Senate presidents for those consultation reports. And now we'll move to the academic Senate presidents for their consultation, starting with Moore Park College, followed by Ventura, and then Oxnard.
Good evening, trustees, chancellor, and community. I'd like to consult on 4.1 as a welcome to our new employees, Benjamin Scotty and Kimberly Murdoch. And 4.2, we'd like to recognize and thank Guy Campbell for his service to the district and Moore Park College since 1989. And congratulations on his retirement. And we'd also like to congratulate Dr. Josefa Baca on her promotion. We thank her for her leadership and dedication to the students at Moore Park College and know that she will be an incredible and effective leader, and we are lucky to have her at the district. 15.3 and 15.4, the proposal for resolutions for Italian American and Polish American Heritage Months propose celebrating Americans with heritages from specific countries. If we are to highlight those from a specific country, which the district hasn't done before, and there are about 195 countries in the world, we would run out of months very quickly. Heritage and History Months that we do celebrate are broader and point out the accomplishments of people who aren't regularly celebrated in our media and history books and are still dealing with systemic discrimination. These are the students who show up in our data with success gaps. These are the faculty and staff who don't always feel like they belong. Celebration months are a gentle reminder that we are caring colleges and want those not traditionally celebrated to feel welcome. It's a gentle reminder that there are still success gaps that need current systemic barriers reduced. According to their websites, the U.S. courts and the U.S. State Department do not celebrate heritage months for Americans from a specific country. The United States of America State Department website lists the following heritage months that are celebrated: Black History Month, Women's History Month, Arab American Heritage Month, Jewish American Heritage Month, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Military Appreciation and National Veterans and Military Family Months, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Pride Month, Caribbean American Heritage Month, Immigrant Heritage Month, and Hispanic Heritage Month. The U.S. courts observe the following months: African American History Month, Women's History Month, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, LGBTQ Pride Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and Native American Heritage Month. And the California parks celebrate Black History Month, Native American Heritage Month, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Pride Month, Disability Pride Month, Latino Heritage Month, and Women's History Month. For these reasons, we recommend a vote against the resolutions proposed in 15.3 and 15.4. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, let's go to Ventura College for their consultation. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Ventura College employees who were hired or promoted during September. Item 4.2, I want to recognize Patricia Wendt, DSPS coordinator, retiring November 10th after nearly 30 years at Ventura College, starting as an EAC intern in 1995 and serving as a full-time faculty since 2001. Patty has been a tireless advocate for students with disabilities. So thank you so much, Patty, for your remarkable dedication to student success and campus inclusion.
Item 9.2, recommend the approval of the bid to repair water and pest damage to the certified nursing assistant classroom at Ventura College. And item 9.3, recommend approval of the bid to improve Ventura College's landscaping for energy and water efficiency while creating a living laboratory for outdoor learning and research. Both 9.2 and 9.3 directly support faculty in establishing effective learning environments, ensuring our CNA students have safe, functional classrooms, and creating sustainable outdoor spaces that serve as living laboratories. Item 12.1, recommend that the board approve the curriculum from Ventura College. Psych C1000H will be the first honors course in an honors program that is developing with the advocacy of faculty and students, expanding opportunities for academic excellence and transfer preparation. Item 13.2, I recommend approving increased assignment to expand Child Development Center hours for afternoons and Fridays. State mandated Common Course numbering will double required lab hours to 100 hours minimum, making this expansion critical. The CDC, the Child Development Center, serves as the essential learning lab for the child development student completing practicum requirements, plus nursing, EMT, and paramedic, and SLIPA students needing pediatric rotations. Without community school partnerships, the Child Development Center is our only option for meeting state requirements while supporting student completion and career credentialing across multiple programs. Item 13.3, I want to express my sincere gratitude to Carol Smith for over 12 years of exceptional service as an instructional lab technician in the biology department. That is my department. Carol's meticulous organization, deep scientific knowledge, and collegial spirit have been invaluable to our students and faculty. Her contributions have directly enhanced the quality of our lab instruction and created a welcoming, professional environment for learning. Thank you, Carol, for your dedication to student success at Ventura College. Items 15.3 and 15.4. I recommend that our board focus resolutions and formal actions on initiatives that directly connect to our district's mission, vision, and values, and to the lived experiences of our students and community. The district mission is clear. We exist to provide equitable access to excellent education and empower students to improve their lives. Our vision promises to elevate community hope and opportunity, one student at a time. Every board action should advance these commitments with intention and evidence. Let me offer an example. It has been shared already, but the Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October. According to the Breast Cancer Mapping Project, 139 women per 100,000 in Ventura County are diagnosed annually. These are not contradictory numbers to those that already presented. They're just presented in the incidence in different ways. But this is 10 to 20% higher than the state average. Our students' employees are among those 139 per 100,000, so this is not abstract. Research outlined in a 2020 meta-analysis shows that college education dramatically improves survival through literacy, early screening access, and navigation skills. Supporting this awareness directly fulfills our values of equity, well-being, and community collaboration while addressing a documented health disparity affecting our students and their families. I ask the board to adopt this standard before passing resolutions. Let's ensure they connect to documented student needs and our district's strategic priorities. Symbolic gestures have their place, but our students deserve board actions grounded in our district's strategic priorities and their real needs. When we align our governance with our mission, we transform from observers of national calendars to architects of student success. Item 16.2, I recommend approval of the Ventura College Biology and Sociology Department's international travel for students to Loreto, Mexico. To echo Trustee Chancer's comment in the Administrative Services Committee meeting, hats off to these faculty for designing experiences that students will remember. Item 17.1, I want to express disappointment that the cancellation of the SAIL and STEM grant has resulted in layoffs and hour reductions for permanent classified employees. While all grants end, when When programs demonstrate clear impact on student success, as this one did, we have a responsibility to plan for sustainability before positions are eliminated. I appreciate the efforts by administration, faculty, and staff at Ventura College, especially the MESA program, who are working to keep the STEM harbor open as long as possible, but our students deserve better planning for continuity of support. Thank you.
And we'll go to Oxnard College.
Good evening, trustees, chancellor, student trustee Ayash. I would just like to make a comment on 15.3 and 15.4 in agreement with the statements my colleagues have made. So these are resolutions in support of Polish American Heritage Month and also in support of Italian American Heritage Month. I'm a sociologist, so I would just like to recommend a book. It's called Ethnic Options, Choosing Identities in America. It's by Mary Waters. And just a little bit of what that book is about. It describes symbolic ethnicity of later generations of white ethnics as a quintessential American phenomenon. In this book, she argues that ethnicity has retained its importance in our lives precisely because it allows people to reconcile the contradictory American values of choice, individuality, and community. In addition to her exploration of the symbolic ethnicity of later generation middle-class whites, Mary Waters addresses its costs to society, contrasting it with the optionless ethnicity of non-white Americans. Thank you.
Thank you. And so we'll move to 6.2. AFT, do you have a report this evening? And SEIU, I'm sorry, I apologize. Let's go back to consultation for associate student government presidents, and we'll start with Oxnard.
Thank you. Oh, so sorry. So sorry.
It's perfect. We can hear you.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Student Trustee Ayash, Chancellor McLennan, and guests. This is my student consultation report for today. Hi, my name is Adriana Villalobos Castillo, Oxnard College ASU president. I will be speaking on a few items. Item 9.1, bid 713 Oxnard College Physical Education Building Paint Project. I'm in support of this item. This project addresses necessary repairs and repainting of the physical education building to prevent further structural damage, improve campus appearance, and maintain safety standards. Item 14.1, BP 3433, in support of revisions. The proposed revisions appropriately realign the board policy with the 2020 Title IX regulations following the revisions of the 2024 updates. Items 15.3 and 15.4, Heritage Month resolutions, Polish American and Italian American. I am not in support of these items. While the resolutions recognize cultural diversity, no direct evidence or cited sources were provided to sustain several claims made within the documents. The lack of supporting documentation or local contextual linkage to the district's educational mission makes it difficult to verify the accuracy and appropriateness of the content for the official board adoption. Item 16.1, Oxnard College International Travel. I am in support of this item. This international educational experience provides an excellent opportunity for Oxnard College students in the culinary arts program to expand their global perspectives and professional. Thank you so much.
And thank you for that. Ventura College.
Can you hear me? Okay. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Student Trustee Aisha, Chancellor McLennan, and guests. I'm Brianna Becerra, ASVC Vice President, and we recognize the multiple items that affect students and pertain Ventura College. 9.3, we acknowledge this completion and believe it's such a beautiful addition to our campus. 12.1, while our sister colleges offer honors courses, this would be our first addition to honors courses at Ventura College, a milestone worth celebrating. We recommend the approval because this would increase equity among academic opportunities. This will provide for Ventura College students. Item 15.3 and item 15.4. In consultation regarding this proposed resolution recognizing Italian Americans and Polish American Heritage Months for October, we would like to bring to the attention that October already includes Hispanic Heritage Month, a recognition that reflects demographics at Ventura College, where 65% of students populations identify as Hispanic. It is important that any additional recognitions align with the demonstrated community needs and priorities. As trustees, your roles in representing and meeting the needs of students at Ventura College, the Ventura College Community Student District, it is crucial that we simply want to ensure that these resolutions reflect the priorities and balance in an equitable way. 16.2. We recommend the approval of this item. Learning extends beyond the classroom, and this exciting opportunity offers students experience that will stay long after Ventura College. It supports the mission of higher education and fostering curiosity, engagement, and cross-disciplinary learning. 17.1. We would like to acknowledge the contributions that the employees supporting STEM Harbor. Their efforts have greatly enhanced positive impacts and space provided. STEM Harbor is a welcoming environment filled with the positivity and support. We have observed increases not only in student satisfaction, but also student outcomes. Data indicates that in the addition of this center and dedicated staff, students have become increased in success within their maths and science courses. We strongly encourage to continue the retention of this employee support, and it's critical to maintaining and furthering the process that we have seen. Without this support, we fear that gained student success will not be sustained. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, we have Moore Park College.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Eva Ranko-Rubius. I am ASMC president for Moore Park College. ASMC would like to provide consultation for agenda items 15.3 and 15.4. September 15th through October 15th is a time to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. With that said, ASMC feels that these two proposed resolutions are encroaching on a historically important feature of our September and October months. There also was no citing of any historical text or literature that readers of this resolution could consult or address. And I'm not saying the information is wrong, but it is good practice when using dates and names to cite and attach a bibliography to this document as a matter of precaution to declare fact versus fiction and personal opinion. In an article written by William Alexander for Duke University School of Medicine, Hispanic refers to a person with ancestry from a country whose primary language is Spanish. This broad term has quite the reach, whereas the Italian and Polish are two exclusive groups of people whom are also important yet culturally limiting, especially in Southern California. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll move to our reports. The board received 16 individual reports, and all those have been reviewed by board members. And so we take this time to provide any feedback or anything you would like to highlight in one of your reports or any questions that board members may have. And so we will start with our college-associated student government reports. And again, I'll turn to Moore Park College.
Oh, okay. Hello again. So we at Moore Park are celebrating Halloween festivities with our annual Boo Bash event on campus. A few clubs whose involvement make this event possible are the Black Student Union and Latinx Club. Members of ASMC will be attending the Seesaw Convention in Santa Clara the 16th through the 19th, and this is a professional development conference, and we're really excited. ASMC Director of Student Advocacy, Estelle Tiongson, has been conducting surveys across campus in an effort to measure student success, as well as pinpoint any areas for improvement. We successfully have surveyed 240 students at our Tuesday Blues Day event today on campus. And then lastly, ASMC has formed a work group to help create feedback on AP and BP 3775. We are really excited to have this opportunity to affect lasting change and flex student voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Oxnard College.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Student Trustee Ayash, Chancellor McLennan, and guests. This is my report for the month of October and the work Oxnard College's Associate Student Government will be doing. I am Ariana Villalobos Castillo, OCAG President. I want to start off with some key highlight points of we have been doing current initiatives and activities, including the Participatory Governance Manual Review, the review of BP AP 3775, and we will be attending the Seesaw Student Leadership Conference this weekend. And we are also working with our health center on pushing out for students to participate in the Acha Nacha survey that only occurs, I believe, don't quote me, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's every 5 years. And then another highlight, something I wanted to highlight during my consultation, but I'm so sorry I blinked out, that I am now adding to my report, is I understand we're all learning boardable. Don't we all love it? But it's making well, especially for us associated students, and like I can't speak for the rest of the ASGs on the campuses, but I know my board we're having difficulties, especially during chancellor's consultation, that we're not allowed to view the documents, and documents being added after chancellor's consultation and not being able to review them beforehand. That's just something I wanted to like bring to your attention as well. But moving past that highlight, the month events that Oxnard College Associate Student Government has planned for the month is today we did our breast cancer awareness event. A lot of students were engaged and we wrote letters to women at the CMH hospital in Ventura that are currently fighting breast cancer. And so we can't wait to receive the feedback and see how they enjoyed that. And then the American Red Cross, we're having an American Red Cross blood drive October 21st, a bird blanket drive, and a hygiene and wellness drive. We're accepting donations till the end of the month. And we're also having a College Vision Board event and a Dia de los Muertos event. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Before we go to Ventura College, just know that I think we're all getting used to boardable and we're all getting there. And I know there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to kind of get us on track. So thank you for mentioning that.
Thank you.
Ventura College.
We acknowledge that the Board of Trustees reviewed the written report submitted to the agenda, and we would like to highlight some key points within. We are currently hosting our Undocumented Ally Week in collaboration with the campus. It is important to support any students facing uncertainty on many levels. This week serves as a reminder to all of us about how valuable it is to come together as a community, educating and celebrating one another. Our VCE campus also experienced 2 large-scale events within our ASVC in attendance. Firstly, our ASVC president gave remarks on behalf of the students, and I attended the Centennial State of the college. Thank you for the trustees who were there and able to attend. As well as the Student Aid Commission ribbon cutting, it was an exciting celebration and opening FAFSA for this year, an application to our campus. Thank you.
Thank you for that. We already heard from AFT, no report. SEIU, I don't see Maria here this evening, but she did provide a report. Classified Senate President's reports. Anything from Oxnard College this evening? Thank you very much. How about the DAC? Thank you. Ventura College?
This is working? Oh, yeah, cool. Good evening, Chancellor McLennan, members of the Board of Trustees, student trustee, and guests. My name is Oscar Rivera, and I serve as the Classified Senate President at Ventura College. First, I want to thank all of the classified professionals who spoke this evening. The departure of our president was a shock to many, and I'm grateful our colleagues felt comfortable sharing their perspectives. President Loredo Habib made a positive impression on many, as demonstrated tonight, and we wish her the very best in the future. I'd also like to thank Dr. Luca Lewis for hosting conversations with our classified professionals during Oktoberflex on the 8th. These sessions gave our staff the chance to ask questions and engage with him as he stepped into the crucial role of acting president. We look forward to collaborating with Dr. Lewis and his executive team as we navigate this leadership transition and continue serving our students and community. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we turn to the Academic Senate President's reports, and we will start with Ventura College.
McLennan trustees, Mr. Ayash. I wanted to add to the written report and where I described some of the terrific events that were planned by our Professional Development Committee for the Flex Day. I just wanted to recognize the outstanding leadership of our committee coach from Agriculture, and Zarina Gutierrez, our articulation officer, along with curriculum specialist Janie Martinez. During the Flex Day on October 8th, the team hosted curriculum drop-in hours that proved transformative for faculty support. 25 faculty members from across divisions received one-on-one guidance on course development and updates. The results were remarkable. 70 course flow, including 12 common course numbering updates, 13 new courses, 3 of them honors courses, 35 5-year review updates, and 10 course revisions. Additionally, over 20 courses were revised based on technical review feedback and are now ready for curriculum committee approval. The faculty center approach exemplifies our commitment to maintaining high-quality curriculum while supporting instructors through increasingly complex state mandates. The curriculum leadership's team dedication enables our faculty to focus on what success. Thank you.
And thank you so much for that update. That's really great information to hear. It was kind of an overload, a lot of information there. So I'm sorry it didn't make the report, but if you could submit that as a supplemental to your report, that would be really appreciated because it sounds like great work happened. So thank you for that. Yep, appreciate that. Next, I believe we have Moore Park College.
Hello again, trustees and chancellor and community. I wanted to point out that this fall, the Moore Park College Theater Arts Department brings Angels in America Part 1 Millennium Approaches to the Performing Arts Center. The production will run through October 19th with evening performances Thursday through Saturday and Sunday matinees. Widely regarded as a definitive theatrical work on the era, the play explores themes of otherness, queerness, faith, addiction, and mortality while weaving historical figures such as Roy Cohn and Ethel Rosenberg into its vivid tapestry. And the department previously produced the comedy Our Lady of the Tortilla, and this year's production of Angels in America is a continuation of the theater arts department's commitment to highlight their diverse student body through powerful ensemble-driven work. So congrats to the Theater Arts Department. Also, I wanted to congratulate Moore Park College for being named the top community college in or near Los Angeles County for return on investment by the Golden Road Study and number 7 in California. We also want to congratulate Oxnard College for being named number 9 in California. And I included the LA Times article in the written report for your reading pleasure. Also, I wanted to state that the Academic Senate at Moore Park College is worried that there is a pattern of actions being taken that are not an attempt to help the needs of students or the district-wide goals, but instead political actions made with partisan political influences. We would like to respectfully remind the Board of Trustees of AP 2715, which includes the following language when describing responsibilities of the Board of Trustees. Advocate, defend, and represent the district and colleges equally through decision-making unbiased by personal interest, special interest, or partisan political influences, and maintain a public atmosphere where controversial issues can be debated openly, civilly, and fairly, protecting the dignity of individuals and placing the good of the district above personal or political concerns. Thank you to all the trustees for your attention to this and keeping each other accountable to the board policies and administrative policies. Thank you.
Thank you. Oxnard College, no report filed, but do you have anything to share with us?
Yes, thank you. Just 2 items. One, I was fortunate to attend the Historically Black Colleges and Universities tour that all 3 campuses within the district and chaperones from all 3 campuses and a district administrator attended, in addition to students from Cerritos College. So the tour was hosted by Heritage Empowered and included tours of at least 6 HBCUs. I may have lost track of the campuses. It started out with a red-eye flight. We also visited historical sites, several museums on African American history and culture. The last day for the Smithsonian one to be open due to shutdown, and tours of many Washington monuments, as well as lots and lots of food, bus bonding time, and just making those meaningful connections between students, between, mentor chaperones and students. The cultural immersion, empowerment, and direct engagement with these university campuses is invaluable in supporting our students along their successful transfer journeys. And so I just wanted to, just lend my support for this amazing program and thank anyone who was involved in helping to make it happen and helping to make sure that it continues. My second item, I also um, wanted to draw attention to BP 2715, the Board Code of Ethics / Standards of Practice. So I've picked out a few bullet points there just to remind all of us of this policy. Establish and support the mission and policies of the district, act only in the best interests of the entire community, prevent conflicts of interest and the perception of conflicts of interest, exercise authority only as a policy board, and fully support board actions as a unit once taken. Use appropriate formal channels of district communication and encourage others to do so. Respect divergent opinions and treat others with civility. Be informed about the district, educational issues, and responsibilities of trusteeship. Be informed about and comply with accreditation requirements and process. So I want to share a few things that many people are aware of, but I also think more people are not aware of. What I'm going to share is a completely non-exhaustive list of concerning behavior of an individual board member. In August, Trustee Pachowski submitted a public records request to search at least 12 employee email addresses, searching for political affiliation terms. In August, Trustee Pachowski called for the termination of a classified employee. In May, Trustee Pachowski responded angrily without decorum to the former Oxnard College student government president. And in September, he reached out to that student to request to meet, yet still did not apologize. In October, Trustee Pachowski has requested to meet individually with each Academic Senate president to discuss syllabus transparency and availability in order to propose policy change regarding syllabus transparency. So I thought I would just be transparent so that we all are aware. Thank you.
Trustee Pachowski?
Since I was mentioned by name, I'd like to address the comments from the Oxnard College Academic Senate president. I did apologize to the Oxnard College Associated Student President before the end of the meeting. So your assertion that I didn't do that was incorrect. Secondly, there was an issue where someone that was in this room gave this board a report which seemed to violate both state law and district policy. And I expressed something to the chancellor, which I am entitled to do. Now, the chancellor is entitled to choose to either listen to or ignore the requests of a trustee. During this entire time, I was in contact with both Board Chair Torres as well as our board attorney, Mr. Sanchez. And I believe Mr. Sanchez can further address that if something's needed. But that's all I've got to say tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, we'll go to the college president's report, starting with Ventura College. Anything to add from the written report?
So I believe Dr. Lewis is online, so I'll see if
Wonderful.
he wanted to add anything.
Dr. Lewis, welcome. Can we recognize Dr. Lewis at this time? He's on. Okay.
Can you all hear me okay?
We can.
Okay, excellent. Just an additional underscore of the report that our 100-year State of the College event that happened a couple of weeks ago was very successful, and our college is doing some really phenomenal work. I just want to echo my thanks and appreciation to all of the faculty, classified professionals, our student leaders, our students for the wonderful work that they've done, and we're looking forward to this next year and celebrating more for Ventura College. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that. Anything else, Mr. Zavas? Okay, wonderful. Then we'll turn to Oxnard College. Anything to add?
Chancellor, board members. No, nothing to add. The report speaks for itself.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Yes, sir.
I have an accolade there that I'd like to share from that report. One of the things that was mentioned in that report is Oxnard College can let's see, President's Office, the outcomes, high school counseling presence. Oxnard College counselors are placed at our feeder high schools, providing early and direct guidance to students and their families as they plan for college. This proactive approach has been instrumental in streaming the transition from high school to higher education. In 2024-25, Oxnard College counselors located at our high schools had over 2,000 student visits through individual appointments. And it goes on to say that they supported them with dual enrollment assistance, academic counseling, and education planning, workshops, and classroom presentations. I just wanted to acknowledge that and thank you for the commitment to continue doing that. And I'm speaking as one trustee, but my eagerness to see that proven success model considered, I'll use that word, at the other colleges. I can tell you as a parent of a senior in high school that is involved in dual enrollment, he has not had one formal, he's a Ventura Unified student, not one formal experience or contact through Ventura College. He has visited Ventura College and has interactions with Ventura College, but nothing like this that I see and or read about and get to see every day at my K-12 job. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you for that, Trustee Chancellor. Dr. Sakino, anything to add?
Good evening, trustees, chancellor, guests, and student trustee Ayash. I don't have anything else to add in terms of the report. It speaks for itself. I do want to share with you that yesterday, Moorpark College was the recipient of a $75,000 gift from Ventura County Credit Union in celebration of the 75th anniversary. 10 local organizations will be benefiting from that commitment. And so we're very proud of the fact and thankful to VCCU for recognizing Moorpark College as one of the recipients of their 75 Give Back campaign. In addition, Moorpark College was recognized and will be celebrating on October 23rd by the Campaign for College Opportunity as a college of excellence in transfer for ADTs relative to campus enrollment. There were 19 colleges in that category from across the system, and Moorpark College is in the top 3. Once again, it's the recognition of the work that the campus faculty, the staff, the administrators do in support of student success, and particularly in post-graduation success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. District office reports. We will start with business services. Anything to add?
Thank you, Chair Lichtel. Yes, I would. In addition to my report on the solar, I have a brief but important announcement. We, as of this weekend, have been officially given by Southern California Edison our conditional permission to operate. And that is a huge milestone for the projects. This means that SCE has approved the system to be energized and operated and is now in the hand of our third-party vendor. And so hopefully by a next board meeting, I'll be coming back letting you know that we are live and online with the solar project at Ventura.
Outstanding. Thank you for that report. Absolutely. That's a long time coming. Very good. Thank you. IT, Mr. Watkins, Dr. Watkins. Okay. Thank you very much. Institutional effectiveness, Dr. Hura.
Nothing additional, Ed.
Okay, very good. At the beginning of this session, I mentioned we had 16 reports that we received as a board, plus some that weren't submitted, that information was added. And I just want to say that the reports were very informative. Obviously, a lot of time was put into that, and we very, very much appreciate being able to keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening in the district through your reports. So thank you so much for those efforts. Next, we'll go to board committee reports and ASC. I'm going to turn to you, Trustee Chancellor, for a report on that item, please.
Thank you for that opportunity. I thought it was a great meeting. I believe Chair Lichtel, you were there as well.
I was indeed.
I don't have any other comments to make besides what's in front of us. There were a couple asks, and hopefully we'll talk about those when the items that they preview. But besides that, I thought it was a very concise meeting.
Very good. We'll leave it at that. Pass committee, any report?
Not at this time. We've had some scheduling conflicts, but we are set for our next meeting on the 27th of this month.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, next we'll turn to the consent calendar. And with that, I'd like to report that we had the following items pulled from the consent agenda for discussion at the board level, and that is item 6.8.1. Okay, and 6.8.1 is no longer pulled. 9.2 and 13.1 were both pulled by trustee Chancellor, and 13.3 was passed by trustee Pachowski. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to approve. Excuse me. I will ask if there are any additional items that require to be pulled. Trustee Pachowski. Okay, 13.3 is no longer being pulled. So we're down to 9.2 and 13.1. Trustee Chancellor. Okay. Okay, we're adding 8.2, 9.4, and 12.1. Did I get those right? Thank you. Trustee Chancellor?
And I was able to find the information I needed on 13.1. So
Okay.
we can take that off.
Okay, so then I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar without items 8.2, 9.2, 9.4, 12.1. And we have a motion and a second. Discussion. Okay, 8.2. We'll amend the motion to not include 8.2 as a pulled item. Any other discussion? Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Trustees, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, then let's go to item 9.2, and that was you, trustee Chancellor. Take it away, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a general question, and I should say I guess I have a bias, and that is I use this word carefully. I despise portables. You know, I would much prefer to build something that lasts time. As you can see with these portables, they seem to fall apart rather quickly, and we have maintenance problems with that. With that, is there a vacant classroom with increased students taking online courses that we could allow this project to continue, but in an actual building rather than a portable? I don't know. That could be answered now, but maybe at a later time, or now, but that's sort of.
No, I don't believe there's any vacant classrooms that are not used right now that would be able to accommodate this particular usage.
Okay. And with that, I'll make a motion to approve that.
Okay, so that's approval to approve 9.2, and I believe that's for modular buildings at Ventura College. We have a second from a student trustee.
Second.
Thank you. How do you vote, student trustee?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good, thank you. We'll move to trustee Pachowski, item 9.4.
Yeah, trustee Lichtel, my concern on this one is simply that I believe it was in August, we had made the decision to move forward with other law firms. And there was obviously a reason that we chose not to move forward with LCW. And so I'm a little bit concerned about the idea that we're going to just turn around and extend that contract.
Yeah, my understanding is ongoing litigation, but I will allow our chancellor to respond to that.
Trustee Lichtel, you're correct. It is, we have essentially our mostly Title IX cases that are in various stages of investigation that began with LCW. And this is to allow us to continue with that work as we transition. There is, and I just want to make sure the trustees understand that while we did go through a process to select our primary and our go-to legal counsel, it doesn't preclude us from using other sources as needed and appropriate. This resolution or this action item is intended just to allow us to pay the bills that we're already incurring for work already being done by LCW.
Okay. So I'm hearing no new work with LCW. These are ongoing cases. Okay,
Correct.
thank you for that explanation. Do I have a motion to
Move
approve? Do I have a second? Second by trustee Mantooth. Any discussion? Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Board members in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Wonderful. Thank you very much. And now we'll move on to item 12.1, and that's Ventura College curriculum.
Chair Lichtel.
Yes.
We had agreed several meetings back that from now on, all curriculum approvals were not going to be placed on the consent calendar. And yet this one was. And so that's why I moved to pull it off the consent calendar. So I just want to make sure that we're doing what we said we were going to do moving forward. And I will move to approve 12.1.
Okay, we have a motion to approve 12.1. Any second? Okay. Any discussion, further discussion? Is there agreement by the board that we discussed having those not part of the consent? Is that everyone's recollection?
I think we need to take a look at the record, see what. People vote or how that actually.
So I guess as an individual trustee, we can pull those items off, but at the same time, I think at some point through our board development, a real discussion about how we handle curriculum.
Yeah, I believe it was actually Chancellor McLennan
Mhm.
who had said that moving forward, we weren't going to be putting it on the consent calendar.
I don't recall that, Dr. McClellan.
Well, so my memory isn't what it used to be. I'll acknowledge, which is why these are recorded and we have notes and all that. We've had discussion over, I think, 3 or 4 meetings now, maybe 5 or 6 meetings, about where this appears on the agenda. I don't recall any formal action being taken by the board to have it go one way or the other. I do recall discussion that the board chair and the vice chair would take it under advisement for agenda development.
Yeah. And I guess we will continue to do that. I guess in the absence of our chair, I neglected to do that. So that's something that we could certainly take on through our next agenda building meeting. And I would ask Dr. McLennan to make sure that that's part of the discussion at our next agenda building meeting.
And all those people helping me will help me remember that.
Yes. So now you're all tasked with remembering that. Okay, so did we pass this already? We have a motion, we have a second, we passed it already?
Second.
Okay.
I made a motion.
Second from Mr. Mantooth. So we need a vote. Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. So that concludes our consent agenda. And so now we will move to board policies, starting with 14.1. And for that, and that is the prohibition of sexual harassment under Title IX. I'll turn to Dr. McLennan.
And I will refer to Ms. Barroso, who I believe is going to
punt
count it off as well.
To Dr. Where is she here? Ingley.
Dr. Ingley. Yep. Yeah, I guess we weren't expecting a presentation unless you have one. Thank you for that, Dr. McLennan. Do we have a motion on this item from the board? Is there a motion to adopt the policy as revised?
Can we get a 1-sentence introduction to what we're voting on?
I would be fine with that. We did hear this at ASC, but I think for the rest of the board, it might be a good idea. Thank you, Andrea Angley. It's all yours.
So this is a regular update. The CCLC releases templates every spring and every October. And those templates are based on legislative changes. In this case, there were changes between the 2024 regulations, federal regulations under Title IX and the 2021. So this is just an update to make sure we're in line with the CCLC template.
And I recall at the ASC committee meeting, there was a little bit of discussion about this policy. I expressed concern over the deletion of Title IX several times on there. Ms. Barroso assures me that it's been discussed, that it's gone through the wash, so to speak, and that they're ready to present it as is. And so I'm certainly okay with that. I don't always believe that we need to adopt the CCLC policy as presented from them. It needs to fit our county, our community, our colleges. And in this case, I don't see that it does not, though I did express concern about the deletions of the actual term Title IX. I'll ask any other board members for any comments.
Chair Lichtel, I note that the title actually includes a reference to Title IX, so that might partially assuage your concern.
Yeah.
And I would make a motion for approval.
Second, and I stand very assuaged. Any other discussions? Very good. Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. So 14.1 passes. We will move to 14.2, 7340, revised board policy on leaves. Do I have a motion to approve as presented?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Pachowski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by our student trustee. Any discussion? All in favor? Let's start with our student trustee. How do you vote?
Thank you. Aye.
Aye. Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. Motion passes. All right, next we have Trustee Chancellor's Office Resolution authorizing payment for board member absence. This was brought to our attention that the Education Code actually does require a resolution each time that a trustee is absent from service here on our board. And as I mentioned earlier, our board chair, Trustee Gabby Torres, has been out ill for the last couple of months. I did have the opportunity to speak with her this afternoon, which I mentioned earlier, and I'm very grateful and thankful that she is on the mend and doing much, much better. And as I said earlier, she wanted to extend to all of us great appreciation for the kind thoughts and prayers that have gone out on her behalf. So with that, board trustees, I ask for a motion to approve 15.1.
Chair Lichtel, if I may.
So let's get a motion first, if we could. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Motion moved by trustee Mantooth. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, our student trustee seconds. Trustee Pachowski.
Simply a grammatical issue here. In the 3 instances where Chair Torres is mentioned, there's a comma in the resolution after chair, which seems out of place, frankly.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't be there.
Any others out there that are part of the comma police this evening that would like to substantiate that or not? If not, I don't know. Is that an Oxford comma? I don't know.
I don't know where it came from.
All right.
We've spent hours in committee meetings debating that
commas?
comma, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't open up that can of worms.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dr. McClellan, I refuse to believe that that's really happening. All right. So I just can't. I can't believe I'm supporting that. All right. So we could take the commas. I do agree with Trustee Pachowski, by the way, but we could take it under advisement, and they are typos. Okay, thank you for
Grammar's your specialty.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Putnam, for stepping up and taking responsibility for those commas. All 3 of them, by the way. Appreciate that. All right, with that, I believe I have a motion and I have a second. Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and again, we do wish Trustee Torres the very best and a quick recovery as she rejoins us, hopefully next month, God willing. All right, with that, we will go to item 15.2, teacher leave reimbursement for a substitute teacher for trustee Josh Chancer.
Move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Trustee Chancer abstains. Appropriately so. Thank you very much. 15.2 passes unanimously. Next, we have a resolution in support of Polish American Heritage Month. And we could handle both of these probably together. We have 15.3, 15.4 is support of Italian American Heritage Month. And so these are proposed resolutions. Do I have a motion?
Chair Lichtel, I would like to make a motion for approval of both 15.3 and 15.4, but I have a comment.
Can I get a second first, sir?
I'll make the second.
We have a second. Go ahead, Trustee Mantu.
Yeah, it would not be my intention to either disparage or snub any particular ethnic group, but I think if we begin to go down a rabbit hole like this, we're just simply not going to be able to cover all the bases to satisfy all of the groups that make up this wonderful pot called America. And it also would not necessarily be the best interest in time spent by this board to be looking at a plethora of resolutions. So I would ask that as the chair and vice chair are setting agenda with the chancellor, that you do your very best to be circumspect about these things appearing on the agenda.
Noted and appreciated. Any other discussion?
On a policy level, I drafted a resolution early in the year on sustainability. And I just think we need some consistency because that resolution, if my memory is correct, what went through committee. And I understand if there's urgency and there's not time for it to go through committee and a trustee needs it to urgently go to the board, so be it. But if at all possible, there is time for a resolution to go through committee, to have these informal discussions and to hear from constituent groups. I think it's important to do just that.
Okay, that's fair. And maybe again, through our board development, maybe at some point we should have discussion about how we handle these many celebrations that we have throughout the months and the years, so that we do have some semblance of consistency, not only in how it comes forward, but in what we're celebrating. I would personally love to see that the district, and I've made mention before, that the district and the school sites, the colleges, celebrate, even though it's a plethora of these opportunities, that actually happen. I remember my first year, I made a mention about Constitution Day not being celebrated, kind of being absent from the celebrations during that month, and how I felt that would be an important part of our process. So, and I know in the subsequent years that those things have happened. So, maybe it's a worthy discussion during our board development, so that we can get to a better place with that. So I have a motion and I have a second. Any further discussion on either one of these two proposed resolutions? With that, student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Trustees, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Thank you for that, Trustee Pachowski, for bringing those two forward. And next, we will go to action items under Business and Administrative Services, Oxnard College, Culinary and Career Education International Student and Faculty Trip. Do I have a motion to pass that?
Trustee Lichtel, if appropriate, I would like to make a motion for approval of items 16.1 and 16.2, since they both concern travel.
I do not object to that. Do I have a second for that?
Second.
Second to approve 16.1 and 16.2 simultaneously. Any discussion on either one of these items? If not, student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you very much for your vote. Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Okay, resolution or the items pass unanimously. Next, we have the annual financial and budget report for fiscal year 24-25. This was discussed at length during the ASC committee meeting. Appreciated Mr. Hallam, if I said that correctly. Hallam, I apologize. Appreciated his presentation as well as Dr. Mitchell's. Do I have a motion to approve 16.3, the annual financial and budget report as presented?
So moved.
So moved. And do I have a second? Okay, any discussion on the item? Seeing none, student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Item passes unanimously. Under Human Resources, we have a resolution 2025-10 layoff and reduction of hours, permanent classified employees. I know this also has been discussed. And I know there was some questions that were put from the board to the chancellor earlier in the week and maybe today. Do I have a motion to approve 17.1 as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this item? Is there the need for any presentation on this item? Okay. In that case, we will move to a vote. Student trustee, how do you vote?
Aye.
Trustees, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. We now move to action item under 18, institutional effectiveness. There are no items. Chancellor's report.
I can almost see that it's almost still light outside. That's pretty amazing that we're at this point in the meeting. That's pretty cool.
Are you jinxing it? Is that what you're doing it?
Very,
it's
very possibly. There's a lot of wood
This
here.
guy hasn't missed a field goal in 14 games, and there it goes, wide right. Unbelievable. I'm going to filibuster just because now. Go ahead.
Well, all right. So first of all, I just want to commend everybody in the room who took the time to generate yet another report for the Board of Trustees and for public consumption for our district, for our colleges, for our students, and for our community. I read through these reports every month, and I like to think I have a good handle on everything that's happening in the district. Obviously, I can't know everything, and I learn a lot when I read those reports, but I particularly want to commend you all for this month's reports as being, again, very thorough. For the district staff and your reports, thank you. I couldn't say those things any better than the way you rendered those in the reports. And there's a lot of really, it's not just the reports and the information, it's the quality of the information that speak to the work we're doing in the community and serving all of those who would come to us for some benefit. So I commend those. I'll just add a couple things. There are a number of recognitions that you're going to hear about that continue to come through for our colleges. In particular, Dr. Sokano mentioned, one this evening. And it's just further testament that as we look, are objectively viewed through evidence and through the impact we're having in our communities, that we are more times than not rising to the top of our peer institutions in terms of the work that we do. To that point, I received a notification, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't told that it's embargoed, so I'm going to talk about it now. And that is that the Ventura Chamber of Commerce is recognizing the Ventura County Community College District with its annual Innovation Award. And I only mention that here. It's a great recognition, but the word innovation in there is pretty important. And I'm not sure that, not too long ago that we would, even though we've been doing very innovative things for a long time, that the Ventura Chamber in particular would have recognized that. And they pointed directly to the evidence of the external engagement, the work with business and industry, our recently adopted vision, mission, and values work that was done in a very collaborative way with the entire community. And so as I shared with the board early on in my tenure that, we are 3 great colleges, a great district. We seem to focus a lot on our internal operations without looking as much collectively and systematically outside our walls. We've certainly been doing that for some time now. And there are many rooms that we walk into where we're now expected to be there and where people aren't surprised that we're in the room. And this recognition is a testament of that work. And again, I commend everybody on at all leadership levels and all the engagement that everybody's involved in, because it really does truly take all of us. The last thing that I will mention, I had the opportunity to, I've always wanted to coach. I coached a lot when I don't even know if I should bring this up because it's a kind of a sore subject,
Please do.
but we both, Laura and I were invited to serve as guest coaches for the Ventura College women's basketball team for their alumni tournament last Saturday, a week ago Saturday. And so this was really an interesting dynamic in that we were both mentoring two of the women's basketball players. Three of the players on the current team, three of their mothers are also alumni basketball players for Ventura College. And this alumni tournament involved the mothers playing against the daughters. And I was asked to coach the alumni team, and Laura, the team. And there was a lot of trash talking that was going on. It's still actually going on. The students won. Okay.
Thank goodness.
But I have to tell you, the alumni, we probably had, and this is really the point of the story, we had at least 60 alumni women of all ages show up in honor of their coach, who's been there for the entire time. And it was just a heartwarming event, but it was also fierce competition, especially between mother and daughter. So congratulations, Ms. Barroso, on your outstanding coaching. There's some great pictures that are out there about the event, but it was just a lot of fun. And for me, being housed in this building with relatively no students, it was a lot of fun to be engaged that way. And I really appreciated the invitation. So I just throw that out to the other colleges. That concludes my report.
Thank you for that. And Dr. McLennan and I had discussed this earlier, and he did say to me that the students did win the game, but he felt that the alumni group was better coached, I think is what he said to me. So
You can only take them so far.
all right, next we're going to move to our trustee reports, and we're going to start with our student trustee.
Thank you very much. I will keep it brief and short, just, summarizing everything and adding on a few more things. I first want to say that I was previously this month, I was elected as the Student Trustee Caucus for statewide. I was nominated. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. It was actually amazing to be nominated. Now knowing that I represent all student trustees as well, I'm really glad to be honored and have the opportunity to speak more about things that not only that I want as student trustee, but more so a lot of what students want across all campuses, as well as what student trustees want. With that being said, I do want to start off kind of combining them in a sense where I do want to speak up about the LGBTQ, as I mentioned in these past couple of months, but also a new thing about the undocumented students. I believe these go hand in hand with each other in some way. A lot of our students want to feel welcome, want to feel seen and heard. And I believe that with that in mind, I feel like just to have more awareness and just be open to the mind of it, and just respect anyone who, even though if you may not align, it's all about these students want to feel just respected. That's all they admire, and that's all that's something that we should take account, understand moving forward. And last thing, we also did have Club Rush, and as we talked about in the STAC meeting, Moorpark College has now 50 clubs. Over 50 clubs, which is insane, as well as Ventura College having about 30 clubs, and Oxnard having definitely high up there with Ventura College, around 30 clubs or 20 clubs. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Oxnard president, but it's amazing, and it shows the right direction that students are feeling welcome, they are feeling seen, and this is a step in the right direction because it shows that students want to be engaged in our campuses, and that's all we want as student trustee and as people here today. Everything we do here is for the students, majority for the students. And I'm just glad that I'm the student trustee, and I'm glad I'm representing them. And that is the end of my report for this month. I look forward to seeing you guys next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ayash. And I guess what we could say is collectively, the three colleges have about 100 clubs, which is outstanding. So thank you for that report. I'm going to provide my report next, and then I'll go to the other trustees. I want to thank both our new District Chief of Police, Officer Davidson, and Officer Abundo for providing service this evening and taking time to come out and support us. So thank you so much for being here. And again, welcome to the district. With that, we'll go to Trustee Chancellor. Do you have any report?
Very brief, very brief. I saw on the social medias, Lake Tahoe Community College, they opened up their student housing, and as a trustee sort of observing and supporting Ventura College through their journey, they were really open about their process. I was able to connect with some of the folks at Lake Tahoe Community College. I also noticed it's a bummer because it's the same night as our next board meeting, but there's a student housing strategies from design to resident life on November 13th that I believe the state is organizing. So I'm hoping someone from our district's going there. I noticed a request has been made for a few months for a report or a list of all federal programs that our district interacts with. And I know that was uploaded into the district board trustee folder. My only request is that we take that report and provide it in a formal board meeting. I really think it's important that the public sees the amount of federal dollars and support that we currently receive. And if any programs are in jeopardy, as we saw tonight with a pretty tough resolution that we had to make, that we can make sure that we're keeping tab on that and communicating that with the public. I also want to echo the chancellor's comments and some of the trustees' comments on the reports tonight. Somewhere along the lines in consultation, we heard somebody define what our role as trustees is. And one of the words that I found was to support the activities and actions of the colleges. The reports that staff compiles for board meetings for us to review and to read and be aware, they really help us when we do that work of supporting the work that the colleges are doing. Whether that is when we run into somebody and they go, what's going on at the colleges, that we're not just going a lot of stuff, or it's based on a personal experience. It's based on everything that has been compiled and the hours and hours that it took to do that. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. But beyond thank you, how helpful it is for us to do our work. So with that, I think that concludes my report. Oh, good luck on midterms for students that are taking those this week.
And I concur with that. Your second to the last item was, can you repeat your second to the last item? I know you have it written down. Federal programs. Yes, yes. I'm going to piggyback on that real quick, Mr. Mantooth, if that's okay. There had been a request from the board to get a totals on the amount granted, and is that available to us today? Okay. Can you want me to come back to you? I can come back to you after Mr. Mantooth's report.
Said, Trustee Chancellor. And with regard, no, nothing in specific other than with regard to our chancellor's coaching duties. Thank goodness he was not asked to referee.
Okay. We're having fun now. All right. Let's go to Trustee Pachowski.
Well, see now, something you may not know about me, Trustee Mantooth, is I could have refereed. I have plenty of refereeing experience, although I haven't done it in about 20 years. And I'm not sure my knees would take it at this point, but I could have if need be. I was going to echo what Trustee Lichtel just mentioned about the federal grant total. I certainly appreciated the report with all of the individual grants that were listed that was given to us. It would have been nice just to have a total at the bottom, and if you have that,
I think we have
now,
one.
please go ahead.
I feel like this is the Jerry Lewis telethon. Who remembers that, right?
The total for fiscal year 26, the budgeted amount of federal grants is 14,041,002, and the funds remaining total was 12,404,134.
One more time, 14 million
14,041,002.
and 12 million.
404,134.
Excellent.
So what you had was the budgeted fiscal year 25-26 and the funds remaining for the grant.
Thank you very much. As far as that supporting our colleges, I was very happy to show up here on the 22nd of September to witness the swearing in of our new chief and welcome the new chief, as well as Officer Mejia, who was sworn in that day as well. On 2 days later, on the 24th, I attended virtually because that's how they meet, the Simi Valley Chamber Legislative Affairs Committee. The 25th, I was out in Ventura for the State of the College, where I got to sit at the same table as Acting President Lewis, as well as the Vice President and President of the Associated Students there. I enjoyed meeting them and meeting other folks there at the State of the College. Moore Park Chamber Government Affairs meeting was on the 1st of October. And then I got a little sick. Don't worry. This time I tested before anything, no COVID this time. But I did get to go to the FAFSA launch at Ventura College on the 1st. And then on the 9th, I was actually selected and I had a Zoom call for the Community College League of California ACES committee. That's the committee that helps put programming together for the trustee conferences. And we've got the effective trustee workshop coming up in January, and we were discussing some of the possible programming options for that conference. And so that's my report.
Excellent. Thank you. Before we adjourn this evening, I would like to take a moment to recognize that today, October 14th, has been designated as Charlie Kirk Day, commemorating his birthday. And in fact, today he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Mr. Kirk has been an influential figure in the area of civic engagement and public dialogue, particularly among young generations. In acknowledging this day, we are reminded of the vital importance of open discourse and the free exchange of ideas as essential components of our constitutional federal republic. As a public institution, the Ventura County Community College District remains firmly committed to fostering civic engagement in a nonpartisan and inclusive manner, encouraging our students and community members to think critically, engage respectfully, and participate actively in the democratic process. Accordingly, this meeting of the Ventura County Community College District Board of Trustees is hereby closed in honor and memory of Charlie Kirk. Thank you. This meeting is adjourned at 8:20 p.m.